Good morning. That's right, everyone. The sound of Forever Echo's wonderful voice at 11 o'clock Mountain Time means only one thing. And we are here once again for some Dreams Music Radio. The cold opens. Gotta love them. How's it going, everyone? Forever Echo is here. He's live, and he's here for the Dreams Music Radio episode 20. And it's going to be a fun one, as always. A lot of good beats to dive into. A little bit of a late start. Got distracted. Taking care of the nephew. All that fun jazz. Doing cowboy stuff. But we're here. We're ready for the tunes. Got a fun collection for everyone here today. And of course, we had the awesome music jam from last weekend that we'll be diving into, but you can go enjoy right now here in this wonderful little dream that I recently put together for everyone. So now available, the Redreamed Music Jam number 4, the Asian Robo Vault. Good stuff. It's a wonderful jam. We'll be diving into some of those tunes today in the collection. Just give it in a moment, see if anyone wants to roll in. Give everyone time before we start the episode. It's a little bit of a late start, but that's okay. Don't want to rush. Loosey-goosey, everyone. That's the name of the game. Playing it loosey-goosey. But yeah, great songs tonight. But anyone watching live or watching from the VOD, I want to say welcome, hello, and hopefully everyone's having a wonderful time today, this morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are in the world. I seem to see I got a assortment of viewers across the world, which is always cool. So people over in the UK and Germany and Australia. That's you, Roro. And a couple of cool cats right here in the good old US of A. Good old US of A. Yeah. But it's always fun having everyone around and supporting good old Uncle Echo and enjoying what we do here, playing some great tunes, making some amazing music with the Redream jams. So definitely means a lot. So again, everyone watching, this little message right here before we start is for you. I love all of you. All right. Gonna amp up the energy just a tone. Get ready. And let's start. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dreams Music Radio, episode 20. Forever Echo here with a great assortment of wonderful tunes, both old and new, across the Dreamiverse. We're going to be looking back at some jams from the past week. We're going to be highlighting some wonderful musicians, Impy nominated and Impy winning dreamers, right, in this collection. And it's a wonderful, wonderful way to spend your Saturday right here in the Void of Funk. So, without further ado, let's kick it off with some good old Killer Skillet 72. This is Min Train. Such fun, big, dramatic sounds. Good little bopping drums rolling along. That little flourish at the end with those little hello beeps. Lovely. That was a good song. That was Min Train from Killer Skillet 72. One of the newer discovered dreamers here in the Dreamiverse. So definitely go check him out. Show them the love. Show them support. Moving on. Our next song is from Dionisio Cardenas in collaboration with the Rainbow Rip Mutt. And this is actually going to be a little bit of a double track moment because we also got a little remix following this one. So first up, we got Ready with the Rainbow Rip Mutt and Dionisio Cardenas. They had this loop and didn't know what to do with it, so they sent it to Ted Rainbow. He helped me find a bunch of different ideas for it. We ended up with two separate mixes, so then he helped me combine them into the final mix. Ritma was here too, so that's good to know. Let's check it out and enjoy. What an amazing song right there. Groovy, groovy stuff. Good little start there from Dionisio, and then it just transitions beautifully into the Rainbow Ripmite, and just such weight and gravity. Good build. Just dynamic sounds all around. That was Ready from Dionisio Cardenas featuring Rainbow Ripmite. And next up, we got another tune from the Rainbow Ripmite, and this is a remix of Ready. And when you're not ready, then you're never ready. Here we go. And that is a wonderful, awesome, groovy way to just crank up that groovy, sinister factor that is Rainbow Ripmutt. Just, it bops along so well. And then you just get those little sub drops and reverse snares just tickling in. Woo! Just a good overall vicious, sinister sound. One you can only get from the wonderful duo of Rainbow Ripmutt. And that was Never Ready, a remix of Ready. Next up, in Dreams Music Radio episode 20, we have a track from the Vooper Hash Brown. What a name. And this is the Hash Brown Funk. What a gorgeous little loop right there. Right? This little oscillator lead is just chef's kiss. Just that. It tickles your brain. Gets the gray matter a flowing. And that little whew. Look at that. I cannot make drops that smooth. That's talent. So good. Nice little lovely loop right there from the Vooper Hash Brown. The Hash Brown Funk. Because Uncle Echo approves of anything funk. Next up in the episode, we got the Groove Machine from Sniper 0707. They like this one, to be honest. And I think you will too. Enjoy. Groovy. So groovy. Right there at the end with the squares and the solos and the saws. Mwah. Groovy sound all around. Amazing stuff. That was the Groove Machine from Sniper 0707. Well done. I did like it very much. Got a lot of funk and soul to it. Next up, we got a tune from Dead Man's, it's plural. Dead Man's 51. This is Unraveling. They worked hard on this song and learned a lot about songwriting. Time signatures change frequently. A very synthy, dramatic tune. Kind of almost made me feel like I was walking down some spooky, shadowy corridors while demons lurked. And I was carrying around my BFG. Whenever you feel scared, just remember, use the BFG. It's the best tool for the job. That was Unraveling from Dead Man's 51. Very groovy little cyber song right there. Next up, we have a track from Orphan Smoke. This is Take. Gorgeous little sounds there. Those lo-fi instruments are just delightful to the ears. And you just bring in that paprika, tasty paprika. A little dash of that just makes the meal so much more tastier. Orphan Smoke with Take. Next up in Dreams Music Radio, episode 20, we got a brand new little ditty from the one, the only, the Ninja Mike, in collaboration with WSK111. And this is a remix of Soul, remix of Mr. Clean by a lot of remixes right there. But let's go ahead, sit back and relax and enjoy the bars of Ninja Mike.
Finally, they let me flow, so I'ma start letting you know that I am the best ever, a pro on the mic. I am definitely slow motion, special ed. I do this shit and then I head to bed so I can dream at night. Light beams let me see at night because I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I do not pretend. I spit labyrinths that never end, never-ending story. You're my friend and we are going on an adventure. I am heaven sent. I was sent to bring you to the other side. This is something I do. I want to ride on a beat because I have to. That's why I can jump on the beat and pimp slap you and rapidly do all. Oops, that's all folks. 60 seconds. Finally, they let me flow, so I'ma start letting you know that I am the best ever, a pro on the mic. I am definitely slow motion, special ed. I do this shit and then I head to bed so I can dream at night. Light beams let me see at night because I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I do not pretend. I spit labyrinths that never end, never-ending story. You're my friend and we are going on an adventure. I am heaven sent. I was sent to bring you to the other side. This is something I do. I want to ride on a beat because I have to. That's why I can jump on the beat and pimp slap you and rapidly do all. Oops, that's all folks. 60 seconds. Finally, they let me flow.
Woo! Such amazing flow and rhythm right there. Just the freestyle game of Ninja Mike is on another level. Always good hearing from the local homie. And that was Midnight Freestyle from Ninja Mike and WSK111. Yes. How many ones? 3 ones. Midnight Freestyle. That was awesome stuff. Next up, we have a track from Gonzo 94. This is Dreaming. Just something nice, short and sweet. Little lovely piano sounds. Perfect little chill beat to just kind of get you relaxed and calm. And that was Dreaming from Gonzo 94. Next up, we have this little classic tune from back in the day, which was featured in the Mama Fluffy's weekly Music and Acid Jam, number 18. And this is from Seaful James, a.k.a. the winner of both music video and music or song track and musician of the year at this year's Impies. And congratulations to all the nominees and all the winners and to everyone involved in this year's Impies. Always wonderful stuff and always shows just some of the greatest things you can experience here in dreams. Like this from Seafull James. This is Pictures on the Internet. Enjoy. What an amazing song. Seafull James never disappoints, and you can see why they won Musician of the Year because they just make gorgeous tracks. Everyone who was nominated just did wonderful stuff. So everyone just deserves the love all around. And it's always good to see those who, you enjoy the most get the respect and love that they have worked very hard for. So keep up the good stuff, Cecil James. We will always be enjoying the work that you deliver here in Dreams. Next up in Dreams Music Radio, episode 20. We're gonna go down good old memory road and dive into some tracks from last week's Redreamed Music Jam, number 4. And first up, we have an amazing track from KY13, and this was a remix of Young from the good old Asian Roro. Enjoy. It's an awesome one. Just another banger from KY13. Would you expect any less? Those are the good old days, and that was just awesome. Always wonderful hearing tracks from them, and seeing them participate in the Redream Jams is just a whole nother level of cool. Another good entry from last week's jam was from Blue Chuck Taylors, and this was a remix of Tetsu. What a wild, funkin' track, right? Just how it just goes off really captures just that energy that Roro instills in their songs. So, very good remix of Tetsu from Blue Chuck Taylors. Another entry was Are You Here from M Molecule, which, if you're curious what next month's Redreamed Music Jam is, well, we are getting unfinished and unpleasant with the M Molecule Unfinished Jam. That's right, all these little unfinished tracks right here, they are now available to remix for the next month's Redreamed Music Jam number 5. So, tune in April 29th, 2023, when we finish the unpleasant tunes of M Molecule. But I am so thankful that M Molecule participated in the Roro Redreamed Music Jam, and we got so many amazing tracks. I mean, from so many different dreamers, and several from M Molecule, including this one, which is a really good one. So enjoy, my fellow dreamers. Just the perfect vibes captured right there by the legendary M Molecule. Also, MP nominated from this past MP Awards. So, they just be always delivering amazing tracks, great music, and very excited to have them participate in the Redream Jam, and very excited to highlight them for the next one. So go check out those unfinished tunes and finish them, because no track should go unfinished here in Dreams. That's Uncle Echo's little hot tip for you, wonderful people. Next up, from the revisit of the Redreamed Jams, we have a track from Justin Art. This is Neo 90, and it's an amazing little tune that takes you back to the 90s. Those wonderful 90s when I was just a wee little lad. And when EDM was just some funky, fresh stuff. Enjoy. Such a groovy little song. And it is WrestleMania season, so just this one time, I'll hit you with a Ric Flair. Woo! Gotta love the think breaks. Good old think breaks. Really does make you think. Neo 90 from Justin Art. Such a groovy little track. Bops along nicely. Next up, Black Cat Tracks dropped an amazing mix on us for that Retrained Music Jam. This is a rework of 4 different tunes from Roro, all mixed into one amazing banger. This is Romix. Just a perfect little ditty from the bitty Black Cat tracks. Romix. 4 different tunes all mixed together. It just flows so beautifully. So well done. Black Cat tracks just never ceases to amaze. Keep up the good work as always, buddy. Now, the last thing we have to feature from last week's Redreamed Music Jam is a new track from the electric duo themselves, Ekro, which is Asian Roro and your fellow Spaceman. And we ask y'all the question, why do angels fly? Enjoy.
Let's go.
Amazing stuff. Echo here to tear the house down. Why do angels fly? A question that all of you should be asking yourselves when you listen to this track. So go enjoy it. In the Dreamiverse, a wonderful remix of Umbral NT's Angels. An amazing song in its own right. Happy to remix it with the little bro. And it was a wonderful jam indeed. Go back and enjoy it yourself, and you can even enjoy it with this nice little dream that I put together right here for all of you to listen to. 25 songs, over 12 artists feature, including some acro. Yeah. So go, listen to it, enjoy it. Put it on in the background while you do your taxes. Or clean the dishes, or you're petting your dog. All important things. And now we are moving along from one jam to another as we go check out past Saturday's Mamiya Jam from the wonderful Sauces One. And first up from the Mamiya Jam, we have a track from the amazing Ari Kyo. This is Stramiya. Such a wild, crazy little track from the good old Ari Kyo. That was Stramiya. Next up from this past Saturday's Mamiya Jam was a track from Lugatti. This is Dancing Up a Storm. Very awesome bop right there. And the little sounds of the storm brewing in the background really does give that nuance that you're dancing in a storm. That was from Lugatti, Dancing Up a Storm. Last one we have, excuse me. Last one we have from last Saturday's Sauces One's Mamiya Jam is from Chic 13 Laws, a former highlight a couple of months ago in the Redreamed Music Jams. And this is Eye of the Storm. Just a nice little dramatic loop right there from Chic 13. Really gives you the feeling that you're headed into battle and you see the storm coming over the mountains on the horizon. Nasty looking storm, thunder, lightning. Oh my. Good stuff, as always, from Chic 13 Loss. And now, to finish up Dreams Music Radio, episode 20, we have a brand new EP from NA Mordi. Past couple episodes, we enjoyed an album they released not too long ago, and they recently released this new EP for all of us to enjoy here in Dreams. This is Something Wrong, Something Right, an EP to represent their experience as a trans person, figuring out who they really are. And NA More D, we love you here in the crew, and we appreciate everything you do. Spaceman got your back, as always, my dear friend. So let's sit back and relax and enjoy this amazing EP from NA More D. Just a wonderful EP right there. Amazing tracks from NA More D. Just really lighting up these last few months with amazing tunes. So, NA More D, if you're listening, keep up the good work, and we hope to hear more from you in the future. And that does bring us to the end of episode 20 of Dreams Music Radio, my fellow friends. But do not forget, we got the Redreamed monthly music jam coming up towards the end of April. So if you want to finish one of the unfinished, unpleasant tracks of M Molecule, then dive into that collection and find a track that speaks to you. This one right here speaks to me. I'm trying to do a little nice rendition of that. Get it finished, one would say. But yeah, go participate in that little fun jam, and I look forward to all the tracks coming up from that. And of course, you can still go enjoy all the amazing tracks we did for the past Redream Jam right here in this fun thing. Let's see. Sauce's one starts in 7 minutes. So we will probably just put this on and wait until Sauce's one starts. But in the meantime, I do want to just say thank you for everyone watching across the Twitchiverse. And if you want to enjoy any of these songs, then go check out this collection. Give them a thumbs up and give all those wonderful dreamers a follow if you haven't followed them already. We'll be back next Saturday, of course, with more Dreams Music Radio, episode 20. So, we will see y'all then. In the meantime, take care, my fellow friends, and we will see y'all very soon. And while we wait for the Sauceless one to start, we're going to give this a little spin and enjoy some more tracks from last week's Redreamed Music Jam.